NRIB, the National Research Institute of Brewing in Japan, has been conducting research on alcoholic beverages for more than a century. But its activities go far beyond research. It also works to improve product quality and brewing technology. To that end, NRIB holds the annual Japan Sake Awards. First held in 1911, this event has a rich history of over a century. NRIB also finds ways to improve the annual Japan Sake Awards as a venue for improving product quality and brewing technology. The quality of sake is basically determined through human sensory analysis. But NRIB staff member Kanroku Kurono and his colleagues designed a scientific evaluation method based on sake's components. In 1936, they published their method for broadly evaluating sake for 3 characteristics, awarding a maximum of 10 points for color and clarity, 20 points for aroma, and 60 points for flavor. Color and clarity were scored based on a comparison with the standard color series. Aroma was calculated from the quantitative values of alcohol, fusel oil, and esters. Flavor was calculated from the quantitative values of alcohol, extracts, acids, sugars, amino acids, peptides, and dextrin. Coincidentally, this study was similar to another published independently at about the same time. In 1936, British geneticist R.A. Fisher published a discriminant function method that applied the idea of multivariate analysis of variances to distinguish 3 varieties of iris flowers. In 1957, the Japanese Society for Sensory Evaluation was established within the Union of Japanese Scientists and Engineers with participation by NRIB staff. In 1959, a book was published titled The Sensory Testing Method for Appraising the Quality of Alcoholic Beverages. It was written by NRIB's Makoto Sato. The Sensory Testing Handbook, a comprehensive book that systemized the basics, theory, and implementation of sensory testing, was later published in 1973. But Sato's The Sensory Testing Method for Appraising the Quality of Alcoholic Beverages, published 14 years earlier, was the first book on sensory testing in Japan. Later, Sato wrote 2 other books, Introduction to Sensory Testing and Statistical Sensory Testing. Together, with the Sensory Testing Handbook, those 2 books have been called the Bible of Sensory Evaluation in Japan. In this way, NRIB has deepened scientific understanding of sensory evaluation. For many years, evaluations at the annual Japan Sake Awards were based on points awarded to brewers. But this method had a drawback, in that poor results did not clearly communicate what needed to be improved. To compensate for this drawback, a tasting event was held at which sake manufacturers could taste all of the exhibited sakes. But even this method was not sufficient, since there is an interval between the day of evaluation and the day of tasting during which the sake's quality changes. In 1989, a sensory evaluation method was introduced. In evaluations, it elucidated which characteristics were well received and which were not, allowing brewers to use them as a specific reference in solving technical problems. For an easily understandable sensory evaluation, it is crucial that evaluators use common terms to describe the aroma and taste characteristics of each sample. Especially for analytical evaluation methods requiring objectivity, a system of standard terminology is necessary. Therefore, the organization of the terminology system, the relationship between the components described by the terminology, and the component threshold values were investigated. The results were reported in 2006 in a paper titled Flavor Terminology and Reference Standards for Sensory Analysis of Sake by NRIB's Hitoshi Utsunomiya. Standard samples of the compounds in that paper are now marketed as aids for the sensory evaluation of sake. Based on this knowledge, the sensory evaluation terminology used in judging was revised. Sensory evaluations are thus backed by science. In addition to alcohol, sake is composed of many components, including amino acids, organic acids, flavor components, and sugar. In order to evaluate sake appropriately, it is not desirable that increases or decreases in certain components overly influence judges' evaluations. Based on overall trends in the quality of sake submitted, NRIB improved the evaluation environment. In 1974, sake was grouped by acidity. And from 2004, sake was grouped by aroma component. From 2021, in addition to grouping sake according to flavor components, glucose was also considered. Judging according to the sensory evaluation method also requires standardization of evaluation terms among sensory assessors. The sensory assessors, though experienced and competent, check the aromas by using standard samples before judging. In this way, we try to create a common awareness among judges. The sake's temperature greatly affects the sensory evaluation. Room temperature is controlled at approximately 20 degrees Celsius to easily maintain the sake at a constant temperature. The sake is stored at 18 degrees Celsius before judging. These measures ensure that the temperature at the time of evaluation is around 20 degrees Celsius. Judging is conducted in individual booths for minimal visual impact, providing an environment where sensory assessors can concentrate on their work. Likewise, judging proceeds in silence so that sensory assessors can concentrate on their sense of taste and smell. The judging results are presented to brewers as a reference for use in technical improvement. When judges for the annual Japan Sake Awards 2003 noted a musty or moldy off odor in some sake samples, NRIB analysis confirmed that trichloroanisole was the component responsible. It was found that trichloroanisole will migrate from wooden tools to sake during storage or be produced by the microorganisms used for brewing due to biomethylation of the trichlorophenol originating from the wooden tools used for making rice koji. NRIB responded by reporting how to reduce or prevent contamination of sake by trichloroanisole. In 2022, we reported on ingredients that caused a sweet aroma and a burnt smell in sake exhibited at the annual Japan Sake Awards. In such ways, the judging results are also used for research that contributes to improving sake quality. To improve sake quality, those who produce, sell, or provide technical support must objectively judge the sake, such as by detecting differences in sensory properties, determining attributes, and appraising quality. That is why NRIB holds seminars and actively trains people in the industry based on the knowledge in Sato's Introduction to Sensory Testing and Statistical Sensory Testing, as well as Utsunomiya's Flavor Terminology and Reference Standards for Sensory Analysis of Sake. The method and system of judging used by the annual Japan Sake Awards did not just develop overnight. Attainment of their current form required a century's worth of scientific investigation into sensory evaluation and a scientific approach to the aroma and taste of sake. But the annual Japan Sake Awards is not just a contest in which sake is evaluated. The issues raised are tackled as research themes and contribute greatly to the accumulation of knowledge that leads to improving sake's quality. In addition to awarding prizes, communicating the results of the judging and chemical analyses to brewers is essential so that they can use that information for future technical development. By actively nurturing human resources through sensory evaluation seminars, a further aim is overall improvement of sake production technology and sake quality. NRIB will continue to consider what the annual Japan Sake Awards should be. And we will continue to deepen our scientific understanding of the aroma and taste of sake through the annual Japan Sake Awards, aiming to improve both product quality and brewing technology.